again. Day 2 of the build yourself a sim playing seat station kind of thing out of scrap wood and old rubbish that I'd laid around, and a car seat off of eBay. As you saw in yesterday's video, the seat had turned up. It had a tear in the side, but it wasn't a tear. It was a broken seam where the airbag had deployed. The seat was very cheap because of that. It's well under a year old. It's a 2019 car. Hasn't done a huge amount of miles, and it's a really nice seat. Comes from a Peugeot 308, I think. Today I'll be showing you some. It's a bit messed up. I was having terrible problems with the cameras in the garden. A lot of the time lapse didn't work, which upset me. Few hilarious moments of dropping cameras on my mum's head, which I may include or I may not because it is quite funny. And plenty of shots that I'm going to have to edit out of my bum crack. Yeah, long bad idea. Anyway, we'll crack on with this. Now, today we are stitching the seat. Well, Mum's stitching the seat, I'm not. We're going to try and get that finished. We're also going to try and get cracking with the frame. The frame is going to be a mix of 4x2, 3x2, and it's really old manky wood that's been sitting in the shed for ages. So I'm going to have to sand it all off and make it all pretty before we do primer tomorrow, paint the day after. Still interested in what people think, or what if anyone's got any suggestions on colours. I was thinking like a military grey or a military green, or black. Everyone does them black. So we'll see what gives. Anyway, let's move on to the seat. And here's the part of the seat where we're doing the stitching. In a bit more daylight, here's the chair. As can be seen, absolutely spotless, this thing. Absolutely spotless. Bargain. We've got obviously adjustment for the forward and back. All the mounts are there for mounting it to the bottom. This thing is absolutely beautiful, and this is where the airbag is deployed. As can be seen, there's the airbag box, taped it all up. This is the part we need to start stitching, just there, all the way around here and to the bottom. It's a nice clean tear, so it should be very easy to work with.
Ouch!
Sorry.
That's my toe.
I can just leave that running.
Yeah, so what I need you to do at some point is I'll go a little bit further and then I'm going to start to pull it tight.
Right, okay, I see what you're doing there.
Alright?
So you're coming in, on this one you're coming in, out of here, in at the bottom, back over and making a loop, yeah?
Right, going there, in there. So all the stitching, all you'll see on the outside is a slightly thicker stitch on the stitch line. Look.
Oh, you can't even see that, Mum. Yeah, you can't even see that, can you?
And then it comes down through here. See, the bottom's easy, I can see it.
And then
it's getting easier.
You get 4 or 5, you get a few along and then just tighten it, pull it tight, yeah? As we put stretch, that's pretty brilliant. Have you got enough thread there to do the whole thing?
Yeah, I think I measured it that I got enough. See, look.
So that's now gone loose there, so we're going to, oh yeah, it's kept tight. I think we're going to have to do it in stages like this, otherwise you're going to end up.
Yeah. So, but once we've done it, you're going to have to hold it all the time.
Right.
That's why I want to do a few more, because I don't want to be trying to stitch here while you're holding there.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
Because otherwise you'll get stabbed several times.
Yeah. Is that going through cleaner now?
Yeah, because it's going in the same hole.
Is that going through cleaner now?
Yeah, because it's going in the same hole.
The first one didn't have a hole then, I take it?
It did, but it was hard to find
You're
it.
never going to notice them.
That's what I'm hoping.
To be honest with you, it's not. It doesn't have to be perfect. But
Well, I'd like it to be decent looking. The up one is the old one.
Do you want a pair of pliers?
I've got a pair. It's not that, it's getting it in the hole in the first place. I'll do a few more and then we'll start pulling it tight.
That one's going across down, across the top, the other ones haven't.
Oh right, okay. I don't. Hold on, I've got a knot in it. Don't want a knot in it.
Do you want a cold drink or anything?
No, I thought I went.
I actually thought he was making a tea, but I think he's probably forgotten.
No, he'll be making it. He's finishing up the washing up. Don't want to get a knot in it. Don't have to cut it and start again. It started to fray.
So this is the seat part way through. As you can see, the stitching is on its way. We are getting there slowly. Doing a really good job so far. Going to change the fishing line now because it might actually be easier to work with. There's the camera mount for the time lapse. So here's the seat, excuse the phone charger on it. It's come out remarkably well, not perfect, but it's more than good enough for what we need. The leather's come out quite well. It's a bit dusty at the moment, there's a lot of dust out here, so I've got to give this a good clean down. As you can see, the seat came out quite well. Mum did a really good job with the stitching. We started off with carpet twine, carpet cotton. And it was great. It matched really well, but the problem was it kept bunching and knotting. And then when we decided to make the change, we came up with the idea of fishing line. Didn't actually have any fishing line, but there was something, a garden ornament hanging up that was on a piece of fishing line. So Mum sacrificed the garden ornament to the creation of this chair. Toward the end of it, when we came to the final couple of stitches on the seat, as you can see, Mum got a little bit. She made a mistake on the second to last stitch, where she went over rather than under. I said, "Look, it's behind the seat mechanism. You can't see it." No, it needs to be perfect. So she seems to have really taken this on board. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is something relatively uninteresting, which is us cutting some wood. why would I bother spending ages on wood? You know, we've got a bench saw. Mum won't let me play with it because it's her toy, and yeah, she ruined my fun because that was the bit I was really looking forward to. So we're basically chopping up wood. As you can see on the image, we're going to be doing the side bottom panels. If you just spot there, you got the side bottom panels there. Now on this particular model, it's 140 centimeters. I've got 160. We're also going with wood at the back and the front. We're sealing it as a square, as a rectangular base. We've also got where the seat is mounting. We're mounting the seat onto wood. We're then mounting that wood to the frame. I think it just gives it a little bit more strength. Ideally, I would like to follow the plan in the picture behind, but it's being adjusted on the fly. I mean, most of it's going to be similar, but it's what we've got in the way of wood. We've got 3x2, we've got 4x2, we've got plank, we've got a few other bits. So we are really limited on what we've got in the way of wood. Now, obviously, if there's someone out there that wants to donate a ton of aluminium extrusion for free, I would be grateful to use it, but I doubt that's going to happen. So it would look nice in aluminium extrusion like behind. So anyway, I'll show you the wood cutting and some sanding and the condition of the wood before and after the sanding. Yeah, we've done a preliminary lineup on the we've done the mounts for the base, which are over here. So basically, the mounts of the base, one of them looks like that. Reason there's two sets of holes is these Peugeot seats have on one side a pair of pins. So we're to make the hole for the pins, which hold it in, and then the screws, the other holes are for the bolts that hold the seat runner. There's the second one. As you can see, this one is in the process of... No, this is dirty. I'm going to sand these down, make them look a lot neater. Now, the long one there, the two long ones, are the side panels for the floor frame. One's already been sanded down. That one's the next one to be done. And these are the two pieces that hold the whole frame together at the back and front. So that's where we are so far today. It's me sanding. I'm toying with the idea of actually just videoing me sanding, but frankly it's not very interesting. I may put it on time lapse for now. Anyway, I shall carry on. Now, if anybody's particularly interested, measurements on this wood. So if you're looking at the seat, so the seat's at the back of the frame, I'll show it properly. Basically, we've got the two ground mounted side panels, which are 160 millimeters long, 1.6 meters, 160? No, 1,600, 1.6 meters long. Then we've got two side panels that hold them together, which are 52 centimeters wide, which is 520 millimeters, and there's one at the front, one at the back, so that's holding the box frame. Attached to the rear end of the box frame will be two additional pieces of wood attached to the outer. I'll actually build it up on the grass in a second and go through it all, but they are 60 centimeters long, and that's what you're actually mounting the seat into. So you've got two outer racks, the seat holders, and then the seat sits just below the line of the outer frame. As you may be able to see, there's the wood. I'm in the process of sanding it, making it all look nice because it was manky and horrible. It had been in a dead shed for God knows how long. But the main cuts are done for the frame. So this is just the base to hold the chair and to obviously become the frame for everything else. We've given up with any more bits today. Mum said I was getting too tired, so she's make her right. So basically what we're looking at doing tomorrow is screwing together the frame. I'm going to order some paint from Amazon today, so hopefully that'll arrive in a few days, because I'm going to paint it either a form of US Navy grey, or US Marine green, or black. Everybody does in black, so probably a grey. realistically. Need primer and main. If anybody wants to give me any pointers or advice on how to paint bare wood, I will be really grateful, because I am not Mr. DIY freak. I am hopeless. The chairs come out really well. I'll show some pictures of that before. I'll show some before and afters of that, but they probably won't be in this video. So basically, we're coming up to the end of day 2. Just going to finish the sanding off, put everything away, and start again tomorrow. So this is the actual putting together of the base unit will be tomorrow. So here I've taken some footage of the seat after the repair, just a quick turnaround of it, and a couple of stills. So again, enjoy, have a look, and see what you think. So we've seen the arrival of the chair, we've seen the stitching of the chair, we've seen the state of some of the wood before the sanding. We've seen the cutting of the wood and the size of the wood. So the wood, as I said, the wooden frame is currently just stuck together a little bit at the moment. It's not screwed. That is today's job, is to screw together the frame and just make sure everything marries up correctly. Mum's been an absolute legend on this whole thing. It's nice to just have some time and just do something interesting for a change. The chair is coming on. As I say, there's been a few little gaffes and disasters as we've gone through this, but it is a learning curve and it's supposed to be a bit of fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anybody wants to get involved in the design of this, I can arrange an invite for the design group on the CAD thing if anyone really wants to. But currently, as it stands, today is bolting the frame. Today, day 3 is going to be bolting the frame together. Maybe making a start on the upper side. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I'm going to rush it. Day 4 will probably be the box section, and starting to measure up places for joystick, throttle controls, rudder, that sort of thing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Cherry out.